I don't know anything about books. I don't know anything. That's what I'm learning today. Hello everybody, my name is Kelsey and we're about to get very, very nerdy with a challenge video. So this is a video that was really popular at the end of last year, and I just never got around to doing it. So we're going to do it today. This is the How Well Do You Know Your Books challenge. This video was created by Jesse the Reader, so I will make sure I leave the original link down below if you would like to check it out, because he was in like a challenge phase last year and was creating all these really cool things, and I was really excited. I never got around to doing this one specifically. So based on a specific coordinate, you will find a book and answer a specific question about that book, whether that's something that's inside the book, how many pages it has, what the cover is, what it's about. There are so many options. So I have a random number generator hanging out over here. So I also have my questions. So if I look over here, that's why. But I will randomly find a shelf and a book and try to answer whatever the question is based on that book. So I will read off the question before I find the coordinate for it, because in case the question is something about the cover and I don't want to like pull it off and go, this is the book, and then read the question and it's like, what's on the cover? And I've already shown you the cover. So we're gonna do it that way. The very first question is, without looking at the description, tell us what the book is about. Okay, so I've got 8 for shelf and 14 for book. Oh goody, okay. So the book that I got for this question was Happily Ever After by Kira Cass. So this one is a collection of short stories. I think there's about 4 in here, and they all follow a different person. So, like, that's the synopsis. I know one follows Maxim, I believe his name is, the prince. One follows his mom. One follows, I believe, the other love interest for our main girl, who are now, I'm blanking on the name, starts with an A, and then the best friend of the girl who is also in the competition. So there's 4 short stories, but I don't know what any of them are about because they are short stories, but this is a bind-up of them. Aha! Yes, the prince, the guard, the queen, and the favorite, so I was correct. Aspen. Look at me, I said A, so that's close enough for me. The next one is saying, without looking it up, what is the genre of the book? So we have shelf 22, book 13. The book that I got was Little Woman by Louise May Alcott. So this one, I would genreize it as a classic, but it's just like, it would be, I think it would be considered like a contemporary of its time, but I would say like the main genre is like a classic. All right, the highest class, like the highest genre on Goodreads says that this is a classic. Look at me. So, yay, 2 for 2. The next question is, without looking at the book, tell us what is on the cover. See, I knew one of these was coming, so I didn't want to pick it up. 2, 11. So I got the Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket, the very, very first one. And on the cover of this book is the 3 orphans meeting Count Olaf for the first time, and I believe he is like opening his manor door to them. Look at that. He's like inside hanging out, waiting on them. Without looking it up, what is the main character's name? Okay, so, fun. Got 1, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have no idea. Oh, Chris is gonna hate me. So it is the Boxcar Children. Why is there's a 50 cents tape on the cover. Okay, so it's this Boxcar Children book. It is the 21st in the series. I have no idea. I know the girl's name is Violet. Like, the older girl's name is Violet. But I don't know the rest of them. Can I get like a 1/4 of a point? Is that a thing? Oh, Henry, Jesse, Violet, and Benny. So I got 1 right. The next one is, without looking it up, to name a side character. So we've got shelf 8, book 18. I believe this one was 8. I haven't read this book yet, so I have no idea. But this is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I don't even know what the main character's name is in this book. I just know that it's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Oh, I got nothing. I can't even pronounce the main character's name. Agnieszka? Probably not. There's a friend, Kasia, Kasia, so that would be a side character. I got nothing. I know like no character names from this book. So the next one is to guess how many pages are in the book without looking at it, and if you guess 25 below or 25 above the number, it's, you know, a win. Oh, yikes. All right. Shelf 18, book 4. Okay. So I've got The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton. This feels like a chunk, so I'm gonna say it's like 450. Let's see what it says. Oh, I'm already past that. All right, the acknowledgements start on 483, so I would have had to have gotten what? 25 above 50? 75? Not even close. That's so sad. Man, I was so confident with that answer and everything. The next one is to guess, without looking it up, what your rating was for the book. And if you haven't read it, I'm going to choose like the next closest one that I've read. So, Shelf 20, book 15. So, the book that I picked up is actually going to kind of spoil my March TBR, or my March wrap-up, just like a tad. But I got Komi Can't Communicate by Tomoyoda Oda. I actually just read this one not that long ago, and I gave it 3 stars. So the next question is, without looking, where does this book take place? Yikes. 11:23. So the book that I picked up, I have actually read, so thank goodness. And that is The House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. This takes place in a dystopian future that is set, I believe, in what is now Mexico. Let me see if I'm correct. I am. Right here. A strip of poppy field lying between the U.S. and what was once called Mexico. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Go me. Without looking, what are the parents' names for this next book? So, book 2 on shelf 5. I feel like I should answer this one differently because I got Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and like, Simon doesn't have parents. He lives in an orphanage. Baz has parents. Oh, I don't remember Baz's parents' names though. I know his mom has died, and I cannot tell you for the life of me what his father's name is. Got nothing. Alright, the next question is whether I have to get a hardback. So if I don't get a hardback, I'll pick whichever one's closest. And it's to guess the color under the hardback, the physical color of the book. So, we shall go to shelf 11, book 1. Alright, so I've got this one, which is Invictus by Ryan Grouting. And I want to say the book is either white or gray. Let's see if I am correct. Oh! She gray! Without looking, is there anything on the hardback, like an imprint or an image of some sort? Okay, so like an embossed thing on the front. So I'm going to do the same thing where if I don't get a hardback, I'll get whatever's closest. So we've got shelf 8. What is with shelf 8? And book 17. Didn't we just get this one? And that's not a hardback. So we'll go for Circe, because Circe is the closest hardback. And I want to say there's nothing on this cover. I really want to say there's nothing on this cover. The cover has nothing on it. Oh, no, it does. Dagnam, it's got this little L. I don't know how to show this to you. It's like a little L and a B on it. That's just not even fair. That's just not fair. I riot. The next one is, without taking the dust jacket off, what is the color of the front of the hardback? Isn't it the same thing as that without looking at the hardback? What color is the book under the dust jacket? What is the color of the front of the hardback? Like, if it's got a multicolored hardback? Alright, shelf 3, book 1. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This is the Owl Crate edition. Without taking the dust jacket off, what is the color of the font? What is the color of the font? I read that wrong. Okay, we're gonna do a different one. Book 15, shelf 16. Alright, so this is the book I got If I Stay, and I believe that the font is white. I know this one so well. We're gonna enlarge this font so I don't have that issue again. Without looking, do the chapters have titles or are they just numbered? Ooh, that's a good one. We'll do shelf 17, book 4. 4. I got Dear Evan Hansen by the writers of the musical. This is the novelized version, and I believe that the chapters are just numbered. I don't think that there's any kind of like titles to them. I want to say that they're just numbered. And look at me. This is chapter 1. I was worried there for a second. Without looking at the book cover, does it have any awards on it? Oh, that's a good one. So, Shelf 7, book 22. Alright, so I got this one, which is the first and then Nicholas Flamel, and I want to say that there's... crap. My gut says there's nothing on it, but there might be on the first one. I'm gonna say no. Hey! I think it's these like circles and the like cover design that makes you think that there's awards, but there's not. So, yay! I'm doing better at the ones that I thought I was definitely gonna do terrible at, and doing terrible at the ones that I definitely thought I was gonna be okay at. I'm very conflicted. Without looking, does this book have any author blurbs on the front cover? Alrighty. So, Shelf 22, book 11. Ooh, okay, so I got Dreadfully Ever After, and I believe no. Alright, without looking, does this book have any description on the back? Like whether it's a description or if it's just like blurbs and stuff. So, we will do Shelf 13, book 23. So I got The Lady Elizabeth by Alison Weir, and I want to say that yes, because it's a paperback, there is a description on the back. I am correct. That's really easy because if you get a paperback, 90% of the time you're going to get descriptions on the back. But if you get a hardback, not so much. Alright, without looking, does this book have an author photo? Oh. Yeah, that I don't know. Alright, Shelf 11, book 7. I got The Grace Year by Kim Lidgett. I just got this one not too long ago. My gut says no picture, but I feel like that's wrong. I'm going to say no picture, and I feel like I'm going to be wrong. I am so wrong. Yep, there is definitely a picture. Without looking it up, is this author using a pen name? Ooh. I have no idea. Alright, Shelf 4, book 22. 1, 2, 3, 4. I laughed because Shelf 4 is my Harry Potter shelf. So I got the illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And no, J.K. Rowling does not use a pen name for this series. She does for another series, but not this one. Alright, without looking, what point of view is this book written in? First or third? Yeah, I can already tell I'm gonna get this one wrong. Shelf 14, book 3. The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee. And what was it? What was the question? What point of view is this in? Yikes. I'm gonna say third. I haven't read this book, so I don't know. Nope, it's in first. Alright. Alright, without looking, are there any pictures or graphics in this book? Cool. Alright, so, Shelf 11, book 5. Alright, so I got Learning to Swear in America by Katie Kennedy. I believe there are no graphics. Does this like include, it says pictures or graphics in this book? I believe there's no graphics, no maps, no nothing. So, let's see. Do you count that as a graphic, like above? Yeah, maybe you do. Without looking, does this have an epilogue? Ooh. I like that one. Alright, so, Shelf 6, book 11. Book 11 is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Attier. I believe an epilogue? I feel like no, because there's a sequel to this. I'm gonna go no. Oh my gosh, where does the book end? Here we go. Nope, no epilogue. Though I had to get through like a ton of chapter samplers in the back to get there, but there's no epilogue. Without looking, does this book have a prologue? Alright, Shelf 17, book 14. So that is Pride by E.B. Savoy. This is the like Pride and Prejudice remix. I haven't read this one yet, but prologue. No, I'm going to say no for the prologue. Nope, starts on chapter 1. Okay, we're so close to the end, like 5 questions left. Without looking, is this book signed? Oh, that's going to be so easy. Shelf 19, book 2. White Out by Ken Follett. This is like a mystery book. Oh, it's a real kinds of white. You can't see this. But this one, there's no way this one's signed. So it's upside down in the cover. That's sad. I see nothing. Nope. No signage for this one. Alright, without looking into the page numbers, have a design above or below them or none at all. Shelf 5, book 20. So I got Carry On by Rainbow Rowell again. This one, I believe there is nothing around the page numbers. Nope, there's just like the name and the page numbers up there. That's weird. Why did you put them on the top? I forgot she did that. Without looking, do the chapter headers have a design on them? This is the question I was looking for because I have no idea. Shelf 3, book 10. So I got The Beholder by Anna Bright. I haven't actually read this book, but the cover is so fancy that I feel like there would be something around the chapter heads. Let's see. I opened up to the middle of a chapter, of course. Hey! It's got like a little itty bitty swiggly thingy on the bottom. Oh, I'd count that as like a fancy design. That's not like a crazy elaborate design, but that's for sure a fancy design. Yay! Alright, without looking, are the acknowledgements in the front or the back of the book? I feel like they're always in the back. Is that not right? Alright, Shelf 16, book 17. I got 4321 by Courtney Stevens. I feel like the acknowledgements are always in the back of the book, so I'm going to say the back. Yep, the acknowledgements are in the back of the book. Alright, without looking, what year was this book published? Oh, I'm so bad at publication dates. No idea. Alright, Shelf 22, book 7. Dagnammit. I should know this, and I definitely don't. So I got Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I have no idea. I know it's one of her, I believe this is the very first novel she ever published. But, like, does that mean, like, this book specifically? Because this book was definitely, like, only a few years ago. But, like, the original story? Man, I should know this. This book specifically was published in 2012. But you're not going to tell me when the original one was published? Well, that is just rude. Alright, so this book specifically says that it was published in 2012, so I was right when it only being a few years ago, but Sense and Sensibility as a whole was published in 1811. The very last question is, without looking, what year did you read this book? So if I get a book that I didn't read, I will go to the next closest book. So I have Shelf 15, book 13. I got Love at First Sight, which I haven't read, but the one that is in the 12th spot is Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore, and I read this one this year. So, according to my notes that I kept, I got, let's see, 9 wrong of the 28 questions, which means I got 19 right. I'm really good at math. This was a lot of fun, actually, just finding random books on your shelf and guessing them. So I will leave all the questions down below. If you have not done this challenge and you would like to, please consider yourself tagged. But those are my answers. Let me know what you think. Did you get the questions right? Well, I got them wrong because I stress and I don't actually know my books as well as I think I do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you'd like to be part of this awesome growing family. I have all my social media down there as well if you would like to follow along on any of those. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!